Right, we are now all checked into our hotel in Salzburg. First impressions from walking through for 20 minutes is that very, very pretty. Love the mountains in the background. Some very nice architecture thus far. There is a walking tour that starts in about half an hour, so we're going to see if we can get on that. Mozart residence, not the first or the last of the trip, as he moved around a lot. That's where Mozart was born.
Today at 2 o'clock, I recommend 7-8 euros it costs you. You saw this rock arch. You can still use it as a bomb shelter if we need to. Now also, the Americans were the ones who came over here to bomb the train station.
Oldest restaurant in the world potentially. Charlemagne visited in 803.
Have you seen what this is?
Evening all, walking tour is done. I thought it was very good. Thought Salzburg, really nice city from what we've seen so far. Yep, so I think now we've got back, we're going to head out and get something to eat, and we're going to meet up with Millie's American friends, Macca and Jolio. Oh,
Yeah. Where did Macca come from?
that's what you call her.
No, called her that.
Right, well anyway, we're meeting up with Millie's American friends, Macca and Jolio.
That's roughly right there.
This will go viral. Morning all. Now, we're in the middle of the mountains now, but we're getting very, very close to the eagle's nest.
Nationalsozialistischen Diktatur zu beraten.
Thoughts on the eagle's nest?
Bit naff.
Bit naff. Why is that?
It's just a bit shit looking.
I think it's worth doing, but you come in. Well, the views are spectacular, but you're mainly coming for what was here rather than what is. They've obviously not done anything with it other than just put a restaurant at the top, and that's basically it. It turns out the building we were in earlier up at the top was actually not the Burghof, which was destroyed in 1952. 7 years after Hitler's death to the day, it was just one of the tea rooms. So it would have been nice if they'd preserved the Burghof, but obviously understand why they didn't want people going on pilgrimage to it. So there's a museum down at the bottom called the Documentation Museum, and it was like that basically as a museum about the eagle's nest, the impact on the town, and it also lets you go inside some of the bunkers as well, so I think we're going to check that out next. Documentation Museum is done. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was probably better than the Eagle's Nest. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And the tunnels, I thought the tunnels were absolutely fantastic. And it's quite interesting because we know a couple of people that have been and they've never mentioned that museum or the tunnels. And when you go into the museum, there's just a small sign that says it's included with your Eagle's Nest ticket. So unless I think most people either like don't want to pay for it or go in and pay for it, I think not realising it's free. But yeah, I thought that was probably the best bit. The tunnels were absolutely fantastic. So very glad we did that. On our way back to Salzburg now, I think the plan is to try and do the castle if we've got time. Yeah. Excited for the castle and your ride up. It does, yeah.
At this time, there was a big dispute in Europe, Pope against Emperor. It was about who should be.
First thoughts on the fortress, Millie?
It's a little bit like a German version of Tower of London. Not German, Austrian.
It's good though.
Yeah.
Does it get approval? You like it more than you like the Eagle's Nest?
Definitely.
I'm not a fan of all the whites. It feels too modern for this kind of exhibit. What do you think?
I like it makes it feel more open.
That looks like the one we saw in Scotland, the Stirling one, the Wallace Monument. No, I haven't. It's modern art. You clearly don't appreciate it. Fortress basically done. We've just got to ride the thingy-madoodle back down now. I thought the outside was very good, very well preserved. I thought the inside was not so good. There wasn't loads of information about the history of the fortress itself. And there were some rooms with barely anything in them. So I think the plan now is going to head back to the hotel for a bit and then get dinner. So I might have mentioned it earlier, but there's a restaurant in Salzburg, oldest restaurant in Europe. First recorded mention of it is 803 when Charlemagne ate there. So you can't turn down the opportunity to eat at a restaurant Charlemagne ate at, because I don't think I'll ever get it again. I was the only one that got the Charlemagne question on the walking tour as well. So I'm the one that got it. Obviously gifted. Say cheese. Right, dinner is done. I thought it was excellent. I can imagine that if it was anything like that, Charlemagne would have loved it. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Really, really nice restaurant. If you're in Salzburg, would definitely recommend going. Actually, a 10 out of 10 for me. How are you rating it? 10 out of 10. A rare 10 out of 10 from Millie as well. So I think that rounds up Salzburg as well, actually. Salzburg we mainly came to do the Eagle's Nest because it was close to Munich, but we stayed a couple of nights. I have to say I've really, really enjoyed the city. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the way it's in the mountain. It reminds me a lot of Kotor actually in Montenegro, but absolutely beautiful city. It's been quite a bit to do. Obviously dinner tonight was fantastic. Yeah, one of the highlights of the trip for me, probably Salzburg. I've really, really enjoyed the city. What are your thoughts on Salzburg?
Basically what you've just said, it's very nice.
What was your highlight of Salzburg?
Probably the bunker.
The bunker at the Eagle's Nest,
Yeah.
not dinner.
Oh, no, dinner. I
Dinner.
changed my mind.
Okay. So that's Salzburg done. Actually, this isn't going away. So yeah, Salzburg done. Next scenes will be Munich tomorrow.